Good evening, Fleece Force. It's Sensational Sunday today, and the second colourway is finished on 110 loops, started with 110, hardly any holes in it. Throughout this, I learned how to correct what to do if you knit a knit stitch instead of purl or purl instead of knit. Look back on previous videos. Also, if you don't know what this project's about, I'm taking videos of my Yarnwork project every Sunday. This one was the first piece to finish, so that's looking really good against the blue. The fire has been started but needs to progress, and I can work easily with two colourways on two different sets of needles. Today I'm going to show you the from a beginner knitter point of view. I want to inspire beginner knitters to take up. So today's content, I'm going to show you how to cast off. I'm going to show you how to cast on the Aurora. I think this looks like Aurora. I have also learned what to do if you drop a stitch accidentally. This particular piece has a couple of holes in, and had I known what to do then, very easily I could have had this with no holes in, and it would enhance my knitting to be good enough to, say, knit a first clothing garment if I knew how to do that. And yeah, here we go. Okay, let's just start by knitting the very last row. And I love English style knitting because I like the tension of it, and I also don't mind being a bit slower, and I also don't mind going in all the way over like that, through and off. It doesn't bother me at all. Beautiful. My previous cast off video has been from the knit side. This time I'm going to cast off from the purl side. It's a similar pattern, but you just do purl on the purl side instead of knit from the knit side, as per rules. So I just want to show you this. So basically you go one purl, two purls, like so. So I've got two purled stitches. Then I take my first stitch, hold it down, then I slide it off. Then I purl my next stitch, to create two stitches. Then I take the first stitch, hold it down, make sure the tip of my needle separates them, and I slide it off. Purl again, in, over, through, off. Take the first stitch again, and then I slide it off, making sure that the needle separates them properly. The hardest part as always is getting started. There you can see my little bind off, just there, which is going down that way. That's my first little bind off trail, and I have over 100 to do. I'll just show you again more clearly because my finger was in the way. So when you purl your next stitch, you take your first stitch, over your second stitch, and then you slide it off this needle. So the 2 stitches become 1. Slide that one over the top of this one, over, and then you're left with 1 stitch before your next purl stitch comes in. Like that. Over, and it becomes 1. Then I go for my next purl stitch. Whoops, I've gone and dropped a stitch, can you see? Now, usually you can do one of 3 things. You can either save the loop, I've just saved the loop, or if it's dropped and it has completely come out, you will end up with a straight bit and a loop, like so. Now on your side, on knit side, you will simply take the straight bit, put it back through the hole and pick it back up on this needle before re-knitting it again, because the yarn is on the frontward side. Now for my side, the purl side, I push the yarn below the loop and I crochet hook and bring the yarn up. So the straight bit, fold it down below the loop, get a crochet hook and bring it up through the loop and then back on the needle and knit it purl. It's a really, really good technique. Don't be frightened to drop your loops and pick it back up if you know how, because this has been vital to my knitting today. Now I know how to correct mistakes of dropping loops and also knitting purl instead of knit, or knitting knit stitch instead of purl stitch. I'm now confident to go and attempt a garment because I feel that I can get my stitches consistent and correct mistakes. Okay, casting on video, this is how I do it. You make a slip knot, bring it all the way around in a circle, pull the cord through, make a loop, pull the loop till it tightens, and that's your slip knot. Introduce your needle. I'm casting on to do stockinette stitch, not too tight. And with stockinette stitch, I tend to start with the knit stitch first, the knit side first. So there's our slip knot. Then I go in, new set of needles, this, over, go through as if you're going to knit normally, then pull it long, over and back. Little tension. Right, then that primes me for the second stitch. It's already in, over, through, extend, over and back. Already in, then already in, go over again, like that, over, through, under and back. And that is times 110. There's my 4 first ones done. Well, that is 110 stitches cast on with the beautiful Aurora yarn, ready to go up to the heritage site shortly after knitting a few rows. Now when you cast on and you want to do stockinette stitch, this seems like a purl-wise alignment, so I'm starting with purl stitch from the front, and that is because I've looked it up. It's been recommended. Here we go, Shetland Cross Blueface Leicester yarn. It is so soft, it's so light. I'll be comparing the different yarns next week because I'll have quite a few test squares done, and this is just absolutely super. So soft, beautiful. So this is ready now to go up to unknown location, Iron Age heritage site, to get in the theme. Here we go on a primitive Iron Age site, absolutely from the Brigantes. See the massive great big tunnel here, and that is where they built their roundhouse style areas, and there's a double ditch over here, so it's like a big circular roundhouse round here. I can show you a section of it because it's not too good on camera, you probably need a drone. There we go, here we are.